thank you so much. You've just finished, or hopefully you've just finished watching our Splendor Cruise series. This is the wrap-up video to kind of go over all the things that we enjoyed, experienced, our feedback, what we like, just a few things that maybe could have been a little better, but let's start, honey. You want to start? I'll start. I can't read, so you read. What's the first thing?
Sorry. She caught me off guard.
I can read. I just
caught me off guard.
I don't have my glasses, so.
So first thing we're going to talk about, this is the cheat sheet.
Cheat sheet.
We're going to talk about the embarkation process.
You want to start?
Oh, well, it's a short story.
Very short.
It really is. Embarkation was, we got there in the car, and we were on the ship 15 minutes later.
I have never experienced at the Port of Long Beach, and I'm assuming this is specific to Long Beach, the Port of Long Beach, because that's where the ship goes out of. The easiest, breeziest time getting in and on and on. And we showed up at what, about 11:30-ish? Or no, it was noon.
It was
noon. We showed up at noon, and we were on the ship by 12:15.
Yeah, so, literally, we just walked. I wish I could have filmed it. They wouldn't let me film it, but really, like, walked up. They checked our passports and ID information, and like, oh, go ahead. We were on the ship. So, very, very simple, easy embarkation process. So.
The hardest part was walking up that ramp.
Yeah. So you've never been on a Long Beach. I mean, it's an incredible cruise terminal. It's literally it's only a year and a half old, but
it down.
It's amazing. The inside is really cool. So. Embarkation was simple and
so I'm sorry, I'm looking down
and easy. So next, let's talk about when we actually got onto the ship and the decor of the ship.
Do you want me to start, or you want to go ahead?
Well, let me just preface this by saying that the ship is a bit older.
Yeah.
So anybody who sailed on Carnival back in the day would certainly understand the decor. Let me just say that this was a one-of-a-kind ship that Carnival built. There's not another one like it. And we know why.
It was over the top. It had like pink donuts and what was supposed to be pearls that looked like fried eggs. And these are only our opinions. Only our opinions.
Purely our opinions only.
So, it obviously needs a remodel. It really, really does. And it is slated for a remodel. So we were able to see it before it went in. We probably won't be on it again because
it's going to Australia.
It's going to Australia.
After the dry dock.
Yeah, it was a little over the top decor-wise, but other than that, there's not much else to say about it. Right?
No, I mean, it was just the decor. It was really old Carnival decor, and if you've watched the vlogs, you've seen the inside of the ship with the pink donuts on the elevator doors.
Oh, they look like pink donuts.
They look like pink donuts, and the both restaurants.
Was the ship built in the 80s or the 90s?
No, it was built in the 2000s, actually.
Wow.
I think it was 2000. Okay. God, I want to say it was 2009 or
really
8,
looks
maybe.
like the 80s. But
again, that was Carnival's kind of modus operandi back in the day, was these loud ships. And it's, all I have to say is thank goodness it's going into dry dock here in October. So
moving on.
Moving on. So the next thing we're going to talk about on the cruise was the staff on...
Sorry, I had to sneeze. I'm sorry, I apologize. Okay, please continue. The next thing you have to talk about is...
So the next thing we want to talk about is the staff on the ship.
Yes.
And once again with Carnival, the staff was fantastic.
I had no bad experience with any staff, any crew member. They were all very pleasant, very kind, very sweet, very engaging. So as far as the staff goes, thumbs up.
Yeah, staff was great. Our cabin steward was fantastic, Domingo. Again, if you watch the vlogs, you'll see the, not the towel animal he made us, but the towel person.
So that was awesome.
That he made, which was...
I've never seen that,
it was really cool. So nothing negative about the staff. I mean, the staff was fantastic, from the cruise director down to the girls that were at the coffee bar.
The coffee bar girls were, well, we got very friendly because we were there a lot, but they were extremely sweet. They got to know your name. They talked to you by name. They remembered things. I just really, that's to me important when you're on a cruise is, you know, you're on there for 7 days and you do certain things repetitively. And when those individuals who are helping you remember you and remember what it is that you like, and and you can start talking and joking and striking up conversations. That's what makes it really fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on, we're going to talk about our accommodations, our room.
The room itself was ginormous. It was very spacious. I loved it. It was a lot of room for 2 people. 3 people probably would have been okay. 4 is pushing it a little bit. However, it was out of date. Things were dinged. Things didn't open or close as well. The bathroom shower doors came off when I was in the shower. I'm like, Brad, help.
We did have to have him come fix our shower door.
So,
the shower was huge, though.
The light went out. Remember, they had to come and fix the light too.
Yeah,
the light went out. The closet doors wouldn't stay shut because the boat moving back and forth.
Yeah, they would kind of slide back and forth.
We had to. It was so funny. The TV, the way that the TV pulled out of the cabinet, you couldn't turn it towards the bed. So every night we would take it off of that shelf and turn it so we could watch it in bed. Because
it was weird. The way the TV, it's like an old school, it's like a small, tiny TV, and you couldn't watch it from the bed. When you tried to turn it would like obstruct the view of the TV. So anyway.
But the room overall, the space, it was kept very clean. We kept it very organized anyway. But as far as storage and stuff, plenty of storage. View was fantastic. The balcony was fantastic. It's just the decor needs an update. That's the overall theme here, is that the ship just needs an update.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is what everybody likes to talk about on a cruise ship.
The food!
The food, yes, the food. So, and we may have 2 different opinions, her and I, about the food. I thought the food was good. I didn't think it was great. The prime rib especially was fantastic. The prime rib in the MDR was great. We did eat at the steakhouse, which on this ship, that is the only specialty restaurant, because the Splendor, again, has not gone through any 2.0 upgrades or anything. So the steakhouse was the only place to eat as far as a specialty restaurant. We did eat there one night, and it was
fantastico.
It was dynamite. The MDR overall, I would say overall for me was good. I would say
it was 50-50. I'd say 50% of the meals were good, and the prime rib was fantastic. The other 50%, not so much, But I think, and I'm not dissing Carnival, it's just my experiences with Carnival. I think that the food in the MDR is not the greatest, in my opinion. I think there are certain dishes that are really good. However, they're far and few between sometimes. And without having other specialty restaurants other than the steakhouse, it's difficult. You go to the buffet or you have pizza. So, but there is one upstairs, the barbecue place. That was fantastic when we were able to get the food. So, same with the pizza. It was fantastic when we were able to get the food. So, for me, the food itself was kind of typical, not for an upgraded Carnival ship, but typical for a non-upgraded ship. However, the issue I think with the Splendor overall for me was the amount of staff servicing the clientele. I felt it was less than normal, and which created these longer lines that were not typical from my experiences. Now, granted, I've only been on five Carnival ships now, but this by far was the one that I had to wait the longest, or we had to wait the longest for anything. Be it pizza, buffet, not the MDR. Like, we were seated and we got our meals right away.
Yeah, the MDR service was quick. And this was something we were going to talk about a little bit later, but it kind of like
rolls into
segues into as far as what she was saying about food and having to wait for food. And staff seemed a little bit short. And just the layout and the flow of the ship, you can tell it was an older ship. You can understand the reason they only made one of these ships, because it is not the best laid out ship as far as space. I mean, the buffet, we were on the Breeze last September, October for 2 weeks, and it never seemed crowded ever.
But that's an upgraded ship to
Right.
the Splendor's
It was, and it was, you know, even on the Splendor, the buffet was crowded because it's just, there's just not enough space in between, like lines on this side and lines on this side. You know, so there was a definite, to me, again, just me, there was a flow problem. It seemed that like the pizza place was just jammed.
Right. And you know, I'm not saying I don't expect a line. I do, especially on embarkation day, you know, things like that. That's to be expected. I'm talking just generally.
Yes.
At any time, it was
always busy.
There was one time I walked up to the pizza place and there was nobody behind the pizza place, and I literally, and I'm not kidding you, I stood there for 20 minutes till somebody showed up, and then, you know, it wasn't made, so I had to wait. So it was like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes to get that pizza, which, if they're really, really busy and I really want a pizza, I'm going to wait the 40 minutes. But typically, to me, that is not the standard.
So next we're going to talk about...
He needs his glasses.
We're going to talk about ports, the ports we stopped in.
Yay!
So, again, we won't go too much into detail. You can see what we did in the vlogs.
You saw.
But we went to Cabo San Lucas.
Loved it.
Mazatlan. And Puerto Vallarta.
Loved it.
So
there's my review.
Yeah, Cabo San Lucas. As you saw, we went into town, spent some time at Senior Frogs, had a drink, and then went to the Breathless Adults Only Resort, which was fantastic.
Yes, that drink. What was it called?
Mezcalita.
Delicious.
So yeah, it's a mezcalita. It's made with mezcal.
It's really good.
It was called a mezcalita. Very, very good. The resort itself, outstanding.
Yep.
Infinity pool that overlooks the beach. Beautiful, beautiful resort. I would highly recommend it if you're ever in Cabo. We even said if we ever went back there just to go vacation in Cabo, that we would have no problem staying at that resort.
It was fantastic. And the other thing that was nice, which led kind of into why in Puerto Vallarta we went to Senior Frogs, is that there was a Senior Frogs right there on the port area while we were waiting for our excursion. So we were able to have some chips and salsa, which you saw, and a drink. Mm-hmm. And it was just like a fun atmosphere just while we were there, 20, 30 minutes. So that's kind of what led into us. Hey, let's go check out Senior Frogs in Puerto Vallarta.
Yep. So she gave it away. In Puerto Vallarta, we went to Senior Frogs, and we were supposed to go on a
tequilas and tacos
tequila tour, and we just decided, you know what, let's not, and just go downtown, and we did, and hung out in Senior Frogs for a couple hours, and just had
a blast.
A ball. It was a lot of fun. So
Mazatlan, that was our second stop. Mazatlan for me, I don't know if it was maybe just the tour. The tour was nice. I enjoyed it. However, I didn't care for what I saw while we were going to we went to a hotel for salsa.
Yeah.
And so they have a nice little, when you come back, they have a nice little area where there's shopping you can do. So that was really nice. I'd like to we're going to have an opportunity to go back to Mazatlan several times. We'll talk about that. But we're going to try some different stuff at Mazatlan.
Yeah. Salsa was fun. And if you're not familiar with salsa, you go and you
make salsa
and margaritas, and then you learn how to salsa dance.
Right.
And there was a lot of people.
Yeah, it was too many.
Must have been 100 people. It was a lot of people. But anyway, it was fun. But like she said, we didn't get to see a whole lot of Mazatlan because basically we were just at that hotel, that resort, which was beautiful, and the beach was beautiful.
I did see a Starbucks.
We did see a Starbucks. Saw a McDonald's or two.
When we saw the dive in Mazatlan, they have divers that jump off the rocks.
Cliff divers.
And so I was like, oh, I want to stop, but we had this tour we were going on. So that might be something we'll try next time. And then Puerto Vallarta, when you get into the port, it's almost like you're in LA. Because it has a Walmart and a shopping center across the street. Big mall across the street. And I was like, wow, we're home, But no, very friendly. I just love Mexico, and I love the people in Mexico. So we always have a good time there. Just love it.
We do.
We really enjoy it.
We do.
So let's go on from there.
So just to kind of wrap up the Splendor, we've got written down here the top 3 things that we liked about the cruise.
Okay.
And then the top 3 things that we didn't like about the cruise.
Why don't you go first with your top 3 likes?
Wow. Well, top 3 likes. The cabin.
1.
The cabin, just the size of the cabin was amazing.
Good.
To have that much room. Gee whiz.
I'll go next.
What was one of your likes?
One of my best likes on the cruise, and we're talking the overall cruise. We're talking the ship, the ports, the everything. Senor Frogs, Puerto Vallarta.
Senor Frogs, Puerto Vallarta. What else? The prime rib.
Ah, that was a highlight for you, number 2, right?
Oh yeah.
You had it twice, though. I think
I had it twice. It was so good. It was so good. All right, what's your
number
next one?
3 for me had to be our cabin steward, and how well he took care of us, and his animal person, or not animal person, towel person. But he did have a little doggy in his arms. But a towel person used Brad's hat and had the remote
control. Was cool.
It was really cool. I think that was a number 2 highlight for me.
Yeah. So
what was your number 3?
I was gonna say the pool, but we didn't go in it.
Yeah, that was another thing we didn't do. Is the pool.
We're gonna get that when we get to dislikes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you know what? I'd have to. I'm gonna kind of ride on her coattails with the cabin steward. Our cabin steward. He was exceptional. He was just on top of everything. Anything we needed.
Right.
Boom. It was done. And then just to top it off with that towel person was, I mean, he put some work into that.
I know. He said, I'll do something special.
He goes, I'll do something special for you before you go. And we walked in and there was another man in my bed. And so it was cool. He was very good.
Number 3 for me.
You're already done with number 3.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is kind of sentimental. It was our anniversary, Mother's Day, and Bradford brought cards on the ship to give to me for both those days, and just being on a cruise ship and with you, that was my top 3. That was my one of my top 3s. It was probably my number 1, but
okay.
So that's, yeah. See,
aww.
I love you, honey.
Girls are so sentimental.
We are, and you're sentimental too, so don't play it off.
I know. So dislikes, the 3 dislikes that we had.
I hate dislikes. I'm going to say didn't care for.
Somebody wrote dislikes.
I did, but let's put didn't care for.
All right, the top 3 things that you didn't care for.
In no particular order.
You want me to go first?
No, I'll go first this time since you were first.
All right, you go first.
In no particular order, but the first dislike for me, or didn't care for me, would be the pool situation. Typically we always go in the pool when we go on the cruise ships, and the first time we went out to the pool, it was so crowded, and I just, I don't know if it's just the ship because it's older.
A flow issue with the ship.
Yeah, and
definitely.
It was just, wall to wall. So I did not once go in a pool on this ship, and that is not normal. No. So I really that was just something I just didn't care for on the cruise. So yeah, that was one. What about you?
That was one for me as well.
Okay.
Was the whole pool situation. It was just literally, it was people soup.
It was crowded, and I just
really crowded. It was hard to get lounge chairs. It was
the way I cooled off is I went to those showers. You know, the showers they have outside, and I just got under there and took.
And it wasn't that hot anyway, honestly.
Yeah, on the way back, that was another reason why we didn't go in the pool.
It was chilly.
They
closed the roof.
Yeah, that thing.
It was because it was chilly. So
number 2 dislike or didn't care for. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. It's my turn.
Oh, that's right. So
That's okay.
Go ahead.
That's okay.
Okay.
Number 2 for me was the amount of time it took to get service, such as like the pizza line or those kinds of things, the barbecue line. It's not all about food either. It just was. I didn't have that issue with the bars. The bars, we did not have that issue at all. Coffee, not at all, but it was always about like the food service.
No, at the bars you're paying them, so they're quicker.
So because that was a bummer, because I love, and I'm sure you saw in the videos, I love the prosciutto pizzas they have. I think they're delicious. And I tried to get at least one, and that last day where I said, before we leave this joint, I'm gonna have a prosciutto pizza, I didn't get one. So
she never got her prosciutto pizza.
So, but that's on me. If I want to wait an hour, then I'll get a prosciutto pizza. What about you?
So, again, no particular order. You know, one of the things I didn't care for, quite honestly, was debarkation.
Oh.
Debarkation day. It was just a little bit confusing on the ship.
You got my number 3 too.
Yeah, it was very confusing as to because we have priority debarkation.
But it was not clear on what we were supposed to do. But it wasn't clear on
where we were supposed to be or what we were supposed to do. And then it turns out we were waiting around for like an hour longer.
For no reason.
Than we needed to. So anyway, so it just could have been a little bit.
It was a little crazy.
It was a little, debarkation was a little crazy.
As easy as embarkation was, that's how hard how unorganized debarkation.
Getting off the ship. Once we got off the ship,
no problem.
No problem. We were actually
through customs
and out within like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We were out the door. So yeah, just a little confusing on the ship.
I'd have to go with number 3. That was mine as well. So we had basically the same experience. So yeah, moving on.
Yeah. So moving on. Now the exciting stuff.
Exciting. We're over at Splendor. We're moving on. And what's our next adventure, sweetheart?
So yeah, so we're going to talk about our next adventures.
Adventures, plural.
With S. So we do have several cruises booked for the next couple of years. Yeah. Actually, all the way into 2021.
Yes.
So first cruise, the next cruise we're doing is in October. We're doing a Halloween cruise. We're not cruising over the summer. We've got some other plans for over summer, and we'll tell you about those in a second.
Yep.
But cruise-wise, we're going to be cruising on the Royal Princess.
Yes. Out of San Pedro.
Out of San Pedro in October. Another Mexican Riviera cruise. You're going to find that's a recurring theme. Another Mexican Riviera cruise for us, 7 days. Same itinerary we were just on. Just a different ship. Which
never been on Princess.
So we're excited. We're going to be going on Princess. I was on Princess to Alaska. So beautiful, beautiful ships.
I can't wait. I'm excited to try some new ships.
Yeah. So we've actually got a balcony cabin on the very front.
Which is interesting.
Of the ship.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. So that's our next cruise in October. And then in March of 2020...
I don't think we need to go into all of it, but March of 2020, we've got one we've got the Panorama on the new ship, which comes out this December. So we'll be on the Panorama a couple months after its inaugural sailing.
Yep.
Then in November, we are going out of New Orleans on their Norwegian Breakaway.
To the Western
Caribbean. And the exciting one is in 2021, February. It is almost like a group vloggers cruise.
It's turning into a group cruise.
So we'll be cruising with Paradis, D&J, Life with Favor and Rob.
Team Carl,
which I can't wait to meet Carl because he's a funny guy.
He's a riot. D&G Explorers.
Our Brandy and...
I don't know if Dave and Brandy are going, but so those are so it's kind of turned into this kind of...
And if we missed your name, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We're just trying to remember off the top of our heads who's going.
So it's turned into kind of a mini group vloggers.
And of course us.
Anyway, those are the plans cruise-wise for the next few years. So anybody that wants to jump on a ship with us,
by all means, we're going to put the information up.
Jump
Reach out
on
to
board.
us.
Reach out.
Ask us. We'll let you know what our itinerary is.
I'll put our email address in the description below, so you can reach out via email if you'd like.
What we've talked about are booked cruises. We haven't talked about anything that is not booked so far.
Correct.
So we have talked about we have 4, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so we have 4 cruises actually booked. Those are the ones that we'll put up on the screen so you can see.
So those are the ones that are actually booked in the can, as they say.
In the can, yes.
That's right.
So the challenge of our channel is what to do from now, since we've ended our Splendor vlogs, to when we leave on the Princess in October. So we've got all of July, all of August, all of September, and the majority of October to fill in content. So Brad and I have brainstormed, and we've come up with a couple great things that we're going to do.
Yeah, so like I said, we're not going to cruise during the summer, so we want to keep bringing you guys content, and we're going to bring you content, cruise content as well, as far as, you know, different things related to cruising, but we're also going to take some little
day trips, so to speak, maybe weekend trips, and vlog them. So we live in Southern California.
We live in Southern California. So for those of you that aren't familiar, where we live, there's a lot of stuff to do.
Yes.
If we go north, there's stuff to do. If we go south, there's stuff to do. So
if we head east, there's south.
If we have east, there's stuff to do. So we live in a great area as far as being able to have access to some really neat places. So one of the things that we're going to do, and we've done this often actually, is we're going to take you along on a trip to Santa Barbara, California.
Yay! This is fun too.
And if you're not familiar with Santa Barbara, it's a coastal city. It's about 70 miles
I'm
or
sure
so.
a lot of people know where Santa Barbara is.
70 miles north of Los Angeles, 75 miles, but it's a beautiful coastal city, and what it is known for is wine.
Yes, we're going to go take you along with us to our favorite little place where we go wine tasting. It's called Anacapa Street, and you'll start the adventure with us on a train, because we take the train there, because don't drink and drive, and we take the train and we make a day of it, and it is just so much fun. You just go to winery to winery to winery, and there's also a place called the Blue Door, which is an antique store. We like to hit that up when we're out there. So
beautiful pier.
Yeah, so we're going to take you along with us, and we'll have some adventures to vlog.
Yeah, so we'll take you along on that trip. We're also going to take a trip over to Catalina Island.
And I, believe it or not, I've never been there.
She's never been to Catalina. She's grown up her whole life in California, never been to Catalina Island. So we're going to take a trip over there. We actually have to take a boat.
Yeah, my office is right there.
Yeah, one of her offices in Long Beach is right.
Yes.
It's just a couple blocks away. So we're going to take a trip and spend the day. Excuse me. You'll
cut that out.
We're going to take a trip to Catalina Island, and also some great wine tasting. Are you sensing a theme here?
There's wine tasting on Catalina?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh.
So
we may have to stay down in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Catalina's beautiful island about 12 miles off the coast of California.
Can you stay the night at Catalina?
Oh, sure.
Oh, we'll just stay there. Okay.
Yep. So
that'll be fun.
So that's another trip that we have planned. That's probably in July as well. In August, we're going to take a trip to downtown Ventura, California.
And when you think about that, I was like, downtown Ventura. But believe it or not, it is pretty fascinating being down there.
It is. So Ventura is very close to us. It's about 35, 40 minutes away. But it's, again, a coastal community. And downtown Ventura, it's very old, historic. And they have a lot of antique stores. Like thrift shops.
I love that.
And food and wine tasting.
Wow, a lot of wine tasting. Well, it's not good for my waistline, so I have to be careful.
So we're gonna take that trip, and then really
this one's a special one.
Yeah, the last thing that we're gonna do probably in August is we're gonna take probably a weekend or 3-day trip over to Sedona, Arizona.
And I said, Arizona in August? Are you nuts? And he said, Kim,
it's in the mountains.
It's in the mountains. It's not that hot.
It's in the mountains. So it'll be warm, but very rarely does it get super hot.
Warm meaning like what?
80s.
Okay, I can handle that.
So we're going to take a weekend trip to Sedona.
And I've never been there.
Sedona is just...
And he's been everywhere, so.
It's beautiful. So...
but those are our 4 trips so far.
Those are our planned trips for the summer to kind of vlog and take you along on. Again, as I said, with some other content relating to cruising, tips, tricks.
In September we'll probably start working on the tips and the tricks and what to bring and not to bring and all that good stuff about cruising or what we're going to do. And
another Dollar Tree haul.
Yeah, this time it's going to be the dollar store, not the 99-cent store.
Yeah, it's going to be Dollar Tree.
So we'll see. Yeah, the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
Not that we need anything. I mean, honestly,
but it's still fun.
We have enough stuff to go.
So we're excited though because that is a Halloween cruise.
Yes, that's the fun part because we'll be able.
So we're gonna
Can we decorate on Princess?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So we're gonna also take you along Halloween shopping for that one, as far as because they're gonna have a costume party.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that pretty early on.
Yeah.
Or unless we're gonna buy. See, we don't even know. So we're
figuring that out.
We'll figure it out
As far as what we're gonna do for costumes and things like that.
Oh, real quick, maybe you can put this like slice and dice. Just an update on the cruise. Bradford and I are on this lifestyle change in our lives, and Bradford gained 8 pounds on the cruise.
Yes.
And I gained 8 pounds on the cruise. Bradford has since lost all 8 pounds. I'm still struggling with the last 2. However, our total count for weight loss was what? What did you lose so far, honey? 22 pounds?
Yeah, 20 something.
20 some pounds. I've lost 30 pounds and still going. So that's where we're going. Cruising is not good for the waistline. That is what I've learned. And it's what we got off the ship in mid-May, and here we are 6 weeks later, and I've still got 2 pounds I haven't lost yet.
Yeah.
So it's a struggle. It's a real struggle.
The struggle is real. It's real.
So but I'm bound and determined, so there we go.
That's right.
Okay, now.
So the last thing we're going to talk about before we completely wrap it up is our new
merchandise. Woo-hoo!
So we now have Midlife Crazy merchandise. You'll see on the front and in the back. This says Crazy Creator on it, but the ones that you can get say Crazy Crew on them. So we have some coffee cups. We have some tote bags.
Yes. Wait.
Right here.
Hold on. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Some tote bags right there.
T-shirts.
We have some T-shirts.
Men's have the crew neck. Women's we've got V-necks and
V-necks and tank tops. Men's tank tops.
And we also have socks.
We do have socks.
D and J both. We sent D a bag and J a pair of socks.
That's right, from Para DJ, because Jay's really into socks.
Hopefully he can wear them.
Hopefully
I don't know
they'll fit his size
fit.
14 feet.
But hey.
So anyway, I'm going to put the link in to the store if you want to purchase merchandise. And I'll be honest with you, it is not a money-making venture for us whatsoever.
I think we only charge $1 more.
I think it's $1 more than what we pay for them. So it's not about making money. It's really about shameless self-promotion for us. Shameless self-promotion, because we're really working towards getting to that 1,000 subscriber mark.
Right. And that being said,
if you enjoy our videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell so you can get notified when we upload new content. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. For those of you that have subscribed, we truly appreciate it.
You have no idea. It's the only reason why we keep doing this, because it's a lot of work. I mean, Bradford spent hours putting the graphics together for our merchandise. And if it wasn't for our subscribers and how kind they are, and just seeing how many more subscribers we are getting, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of work, and we both have full-time jobs and a household and children and grandchildren and family members. So you have to be really committed to doing this.
Or you should be committed.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you again so much. We really appreciate it.
And I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
So, and then just a quick shout out to the other vloggers in our community. What we have found over the last year is, I mean, this is a pretty tight knit community, and we all support each other. you know, via live chats and whatever it is, and you know, Life with Favor and Pero DJ, and you know, all and I don't want to like offend anybody if I don't mention you, but
Right.
you know, we appreciate everybody's support that is not in our community, and certainly everybody's support that's in our vlogging community. Everybody's kind of embraced us with open arms, and
Yes, and been very supportive. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think we would be where we are without their support in opening the door to new subscribers so that they can view our content. And again, our subscribers are what drive the channel. So thank you again so much. We're striving for that 1,000 subscriber mark. When we have that, we're going to have a really great giveaway.
Ferrari.
No Ferraris. We keep talking about that. No, there is no Ferrari. So again, like, subscribe, and I'm Kimberly.
I'm Brad.
And thank you again for Midlife Crazy, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, guys.